In this video, we're going to talk about how to manage allocations in CropEdge. You can do this as either a district manager or a sales rep once the district manager has allocated product to that level. So in this case, I'm logged in as Craig Check, a district manager in Golden Harvest. And the first thing I'm going to do is look at the sales year that is in my header bar. And I'm going to change it from the current sales year, which is 2019, to 2020, which is the year we're about to begin for CropEdge 2020. So once I have updated my sales year, the next thing I'm going to do is go look at the drop down in the upper right hand corner and find the admin feature. That's where my manage allocation button is going to display to me on the screen, and I can click that and it'll take me to the main page where I'm going to be managing allocations. So the first thing I'm going to do when I get into this page is select a crop, either a corn, soybeans, are primarily what you're going to select. Other would be packaging, but we don't have to worry about that. And next I'm going to click on the search icon to search for the product that I want to find. In this case, I can either scroll through the list of products that are in my catalog as a district manager, or I can search if I know a specific name of a product that I want to look at. In this case, I'm going to look for G98L17, click search, and it's going to pull up all my options for what I've selected. I'm going to select the Duracade version. And now if I leave it here, it would show me any allocations that are at the hybrid level, but I want to actually get down to a material level. So I'm going to click on the material search, and I'm going to see that I've got a paper bag or a cubit option to select from. And I'm going to choose the paper bags. Now, this is the level that I now have product allocated to me at. As the district manager, I can see that there's 1,000 units or 1,000 bags that are sitting at my level. And I know that because allocated at level field shows 1,000. Now, the other field that's important on this screen is available quantity, because once orders start coming in and seed advisors start consuming off of that pile, your available quantity will start to go down, which means there are less units that you actually can distribute down to your sales reps. But in this case, it's the beginning of the year, and so I have the full 1,000 that's been allocated to me. So I can now go to the line of a sales rep, and I can start to enter in the values of how many I would like to allocate at the different levels. So in this case, I'm going to allocate 200 to Rianne, 250 to Marlin, and 50 to Jerry. And that's all I want to do. The rest of my sales reps can just order off of my district pile, but these three I specifically wanted to allocate to. So I'm going to click on Save. And what you'll notice is that now my allocated at level stays at 1,000 because that's how much I was initially given, but my available quantity has now changed to 500. So that's what I'm still left to work with, that everybody else can order off of, or I can continue to distribute that down. And now my 500 that I've given to those three sales reps is listed as a distributed quantity, which means it's now at the territory level. So if I wanted to then target a specific seed advisor for one of these areas and go to the next level down, I could then click on the icon that's under the allocate column here. So if under Rianne, I want to look at which seed advisors are under her, I click on that, and it's going to pull up a list of all the seed advisors that are listed under Rianne's territory. And now you can see the allocated at level is 200, because now when I look at the level that I'm at Rianne's level, which is the sales rep and territory level. So I have 200 here to work with, and just like before, I can give 50 of those to Ken Berry. I can give another 75 to Kevin Cromwell, and I could let everybody else order off of the remaining pile, which is going to be 50 plus 75, 125. Minus, or 200 minus 125 is 75. So I've got 75 still available that everybody else can order. Now, the other thing that you can do at this level is you can manage the restrict consumption flag. This flag indicates whether that seed advisor, Ken Berry, is able to go above and beyond the 50, or if I want him to order 50 and then stop. I don't want to give him any more than 50 because maybe he's a hoarder and I know that. And so I don't want him to go above that number. So I would allocate 50 to Ken Berry and I would check the flag for restrict consumption and then save that. And now he's restricted. If Ken Berry were to enter CropEdge and start placing an order for this product, once he got to 50, the system would stop him and then he would start placing back orders from there. So that's what this restrict consumption flag is for. In general, you probably don't want to use this all that much because once it's down at this level and you're locking in that seed advisor, now that stays that way until somebody changes it, until somebody manages it a different way. So that's one thing important to keep in mind as you're pushing seed down to the seed advisor level. Now within this screen, if now I want to go back up a level, because now I'm down looking at seed advisors, if I want to go back up to the territory level, I just click the back button on the left hand side and it should take me back to Craig's level, where now I see all of the sales reps showing up again and I can continue on for managing allocations. I can select a different hybrid or variety from the search criteria here in the product section if I wanted to switch that, and everything else is managed in the exact same way. The only other thing on this screen that I'll draw your attention to is the lockbox. So either at the district or territory level, if I, let's say, had a new seed advisor that I knew I was signing up, but the paperwork hadn't come through yet, but I wanted to reserve some product for that seed advisor, maybe I want to put 100 units into my lockbox and save that. And now my available quantity goes to 400 and I've got 100 sitting in my lockbox. And that's just seed that nobody can touch. And I can keep it there until maybe that seed advisor comes into the system, and then I will change my lockbox quantity back to 0, save that, and then now that quantity becomes available for them, or I can even push it down and allocate it down to their level as well. And that concludes this training. If you have any questions, please reach out to your customer account specialist.